Hey, you're listening to Don't Lie to Your Life Coach podcast with Kim Arrington. I'm Kim Arrington. I'm a life coach, a weight loss coach, an author, and a badass passionate about helping you connect back to your most authentic self. Join me here each week so I can coach you on how to think all those juicy thoughts that get you feeling your absolute best and taking some big ass action. Coaching has changed my life, and it can change your life too. I'm here to give you real life solutions to create a life you'll love. Because the truth is, boo, you ain't just got problems, you got options. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. So good to have you here. I'm Kim Arrington. And we are going to talk today all about something that I hear all the time. I hear it from the ladies. I hear it from the fellas. I hear it from my gender nonconforming folks. I hear this, and it is a trap. Y'all, it's got you fucked up, and I'm here to help you out. So, whenever I hear people talking about wanting to have a relationship, there's these two damned words that I constantly hear coming from them. Now, they're synonyms. Remember synonyms? Synonyms, same. They are two of the words that mean the same. And those words are, I just don't feel any chemistry. The attraction isn't there. Attraction and chemistry got you fucked up, y'all. So today we're going to talk all about what attraction is, what attraction ain't, and how it's making your love life actually harder. So let's chop it up. All right. So first of all, it is, I've said this before, universally what I hear from everybody. When they cannot find the love that they want, they automatically say, well, yeah, I know he's got a good job, but he's short. Yeah, I know he calls me every time he's going to call. He says he's going to call me. He, on the end of a date, he asks me on another date, but he's too short and I'm just not attracted to him. Or, they seem like they're always saying the right things. There's no spark. There's no drama. There's just no, she always is asking me how my day was. I don't always want to talk about how my day was. Yeah. Attraction is simply a chemical reaction that happens inside of us, okay? And there are a lot of ways to look at it. Let's look at it from your subconscious first. That subconscious is that part of yourself that acts. Think of it as the recorder that's recording it's always listening. It records all your life experiences, every conversation, every thought, everything that happens. Y'all remember when the schoolyard bully took the ball from you? And what it's always doing is trying to protect you, trying to find a way to prevent pain. The unfortunate part is so much of our attraction is based on that subconscious conditioning. I know y'all gonna be like, oh, she's Dr. Arrington right now. It does have a nice ring. No, it's subconscious conditioning. And that subconscious conditioning is all based off of preventing pain. But your subconscious plays tricks on you. So sometimes when the subconscious tries to prevent pain, it wants to bring you back into what is familiar, what you know. Because remember, your subconscious part of your brain is saying, like, hey, what we know is what we know. The unknown is the most frightening thing. So if you grew up in a house where it was dysfunction, if you grew up never seeing people love, talk to each other, you will subconsciously attract that exact same thing to you. And you'll say things like, I don't know what it is about him. Your girlfriends, they don't know what it is about him either. I don't know what it is about him, but I just can't let go. It's like a magnet. And if you are feeling that magnet feeling, I can tell you with 100% certainty, that is something in your subconscious responding. That magnet, that kind of uncontrollable ability to say yes and no, that's probably your subconscious. So what your subconscious will do is it will bring you in the same situations over and over because it's like team familiar, familiar, familiar for familiar. Like that's what we want. Instead, you keep telling your friends that I don't know why I keep dating the same guy. I remember when one of my friends was like, girl, you date the same guy. And let me tell you what that guy was that I used to date. He was never emotionally available. He could not express his feelings about himself and certainly not about me. He always had a foot out the door. And the closer I got, the more he would go away. And the further I got away, then he would come back, pretty much an avoidant attachment style. Y'all, we will get to attachment styles because that is very important in your dating life too. And highly intelligent. But y'all, the thing I loved the most was the troubled kind of guy, the brooder, where life wasn't quite right. And I hope some of the dudes I dated are listening now so they can be like, that's me. Yes, that's what I liked. I really love them to be thinkers. I love them to be very, I'll use the word interior, because it was an onion I could kind of peel back, which came directly from my life experiences. My life experience was me trying to always figure out my daddy. My dad was highly intelligent, very charismatic, all of those things. And that's what I attracted over and over and over. So take a minute. Think about some of the characteristics of the people you're attracted to and ask yourself, where have I seen that before? Where have I experienced that before? And even if it isn't one of your primary caretakers in your life, particularly the one who you felt the most rejected by or the one that you wanted the most acceptance from, go back to that first boyfriend of yours, first girlfriend, first whomever you date, and see if those characteristics were there, or even a pivotal relationship. You could be, attraction and unconscious go along together. They like kissing cousins, okay? They go together, and what they do is they work, and you don't even know that it's going on, all right? So another thing I want to talk about with attraction. So I used to work at Duke University, and I worked with a woman on a research project. And I remember this conversation. I can see it in my head. She was talking about her daughter, and she said, my daughter always becomes friends with people who are different than her. It's almost as if she imports those things she needs from those friends. Let's get back to attraction. That, my friend, is the same exact thing. You could be attracted to people who they have traits that you want. So if you're an introvert, very common, they say opposites attract, right? If you're an introvert, you could be attracted to very extroverted, very I don't want to get English major on y'all, but the word bombastic, baby, fantastic, very big personalities. You could be attracted to those kind of people because there's a part of you that wants to reclaim that part of your personality. Now, y'all, I have to apologize. My neighbor's getting some yard work done, so you might hear that. Anyway, so I used to always love very introverted men. I know I told you that I liked charismatic men, but I liked men who looked like they had a lot of, energy and whatever. But when it was the two of us, they were more pulled back, they were more introverted. And part of that was because if I use what I just said to you all, um, I was trying to reclaim that introverted part of myself. To be honest, a lot of what I thought about kind of my bigger personality was my way to get attention growing up. And so as I got older, I was able to kind of reclaim that introverted part of myself. And they say as you get older, you're going to get more introverted anyway. So, and for folks who, introverted, that means like you get energy from being with yourself. You get energy from, you don't like to all the time be in big crowds. You like one-on-one conversation, but oh my gosh, the word just literally, y'all are trying to help me right now in the podcast land. The word just escaped me. Small talk. You don't like small talk. So there were certain traits in the guys that I dated that was me trying to reclaim parts of myself that I had disallowed because, as a child, I often tried to get my dad's attention. I was the mama's girl, my sister was the daddy's girl, and I really tried to get his attention by showing him how smart I was, by showing him, how I could do all these things, always have a fact, and really I wanted to be more to myself. I wanted to, be a quieter person. All my friends are laughing when they hear this, but it's true. My husband says this to me all the time. I really feel like we're switching places. I'm becoming more extroverted and you're becoming more introverted. And it's true. So think back about who you're attracted to. Think about some of the traits that you're the most attracted to. Do you want to, if you like people who are, I don't know, big in business, maybe, or entrepreneurs, maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. Do you, are you attracted to people who love music? Maybe you want to take up, playing guitar or singing, or maybe you were a musician. So look at that and see if that has any basis. Okay. The other thing about attraction, we hit the big ones, our unmet needs, trying to find a way to get them changed this time would be the big third one. So sometimes we are attracted to people. Sometimes they are like our primary caregivers. We said that. And we are trying to change history. So if we could get this person to choose us finally, if we could get this person to see us as acceptable, then it could rewrite the history where we didn't feel that way. Or if we could find a way for that person to say yes to us, and if they are like our primary caregivers, that is kind of saying that person saying yes to us as well. Okay. Think about it for a second. So if I have gone after this particular type of woman, and that particular type of woman happens to be like my mother, and this woman finally says yes to me, then it's my mom saying yes to me. Or if it's like my first or second, the girlfriend I love the most, if I can go after her and she finally says yes to me, it's writing all the things. I'm gonna put a like 3.5 in here, where some of us will go after lookers, right? People who are very conventionally attractive. Y'all, you know what that is, right? If I can have that person on my arm, then society can see me as conventionally attractive. So in a sense, I'm importing like acceptance from everyone around me, because they can look at this person on my arm and they can say, oh, well, he or she is so this or that, that look at them. Look at what they were able to achieve. Yeah. What you need to know is the shit is deeper than what you think. It isn't just pheromones, okay? Although those do play a part. Attraction can actually be totally biological. We are people who have ancient brains, and sometimes attraction is almost exclusively reproductively. I said, I don't even know if I can say that. It's about reproduction. It's almost like, are you attracted to tall people because your ancient brain is seeing someone who is tall or strong or football type player as virile, and that they could actually survive better? All y'all who like these tall guys, I really think it's funny. My husband is 6'2" or 6'3". I did not care if a guy was tall. I'm 5'5", 5'4", and I don't 3/4. I never cared about height. And I always joke with my friend who also has a very tall partner. We didn't care about height. That's why we got the tall ones. Y'all who were like, whenever I hear someone talking about, I want my dude to be tall, and they are like 5'3", I literally laugh, because here I'm going to kind of switch over now into what the attraction is doing. So when you begin to cut out whole segments of people, y'all just think about it for a second. There are 7.3 billion people in this world. You probably have 10,000 at least possible people that you could be with. But when you begin to cut out whole segments of people based off of looks, height, all those things, like weight, what you're essentially doing is you could be getting with a person who you're less compatible with. I mean, look at it this way. What if there are 5, men that you're interested in dating, and the shortest one also loves to go to the opera like you, or like loves hip hop like you, loves to cook, is really passionate about his family and traveling, but the other 4 dudes look more physically like what you're attracted to? What relationship do you think has more potential? Shorty Rock. That's who's got more potential, right? The dude who isn't 6'2" has more potential, but because you're looking with your eyes, and this is one of the things we need to think about when you are thinking about possible partners, look using your eyes versus like what really brings compatibility, which is, the things like a person who, if you choose to be monogamous, who believes that fidelity is a good thing, or a person who, if you really prize loyalty and honesty and integrity, the person who also prizes that, sees that as important traits as well. Also, a side note here, some of you nurturers who try to find people to take care of, I would look at myself and I would say, oh, because I love to nurture, maybe I need to find somebody who is nurturing. Maybe who I'm showing up in, as in the world is a direct reflection of what I want. What I would suggest for you all is to find people. Compatibility is based off of similarity. I would really suggest you thinking about who you are as a person, and you find similar traits as you are. That's a really excellent thing. And don't underestimate a hobby or two alike. If you love stargazing, hey, maybe you don't find someone who loves stargazing, but they love being outside and they want to be with you, so they're willing to go stargazing. If you're an adventurer, Finding someone who only wants to sit on the couch is not compatibility. So compatibility is a huge, it's a better determinant. Instead of saying attraction, what if you looked at your compatibility and saw how you all looked next to each other and what it was that was the same? Brain blow up right there, right? Compatibility. Listen to what I'm saying, folks. Compatibility is more important any day versus attraction. And my coaching client dated a guy, not the norm of guys she usually dated. She really struggled and said, I don't feel attracted, don't feel a spark. And I said, it does not matter. Keep dating him. Now she feels attraction. Now she feels a spark. And our last session, she was talking to me about how he nurtures her, but she's the one who was used to being the rescuer, the nurturer. Yeah, y'all, there's some good dudes out here who are just waiting to be the man that we want. And I have to say, shout out to all the wonderful men who wanted to date me, and I did not give you a chance because I was running after the suckers, okay? So what else can you do to make outrunning attraction, to not fall victim to attraction? Number one, just like I told my coaching client, slow it down. Slow it down. Allow yourself to get to know a person. Allow yourself to make your brain your bitch instead of letting your brain make you its bitch. Because with attraction, your brain makes you its bitch. But when you make your brain, your bitch, you're basically telling your brain, nuh-uh, I'm not going for that attraction, Jazz. I'm going to wait and see what develops. Seeing what develops over time, slowing things down, y'all. Now, you will hear me say, we are all able to do what we want to do. If you want to have sex the first night, hey, that's on you. But let me tell you, when you do that, your brain, your hormones release bonding hormones, oxytocin, all these things that your body is, remember I said the biology, you're kind of fighting your biology. Your body is like, oh yes, we've got a bond because we want this partner to stay, to protect us from, the woolly mammoths and the saber-toothed tigers. Your body releases that. And what I want to say to you is, if you slow it down, if you decide, I'm going to get to know this person before I have sex with them, I'm going to watch how I am, not just watching how they are, watching how I am. I'm not going to create this false story about how great they are. I'm going to decide that I'm going to slow it down. Okay, slow it down enough to see not only how they react, but how I'm reacting. Am I feeling that common thing I always feel? Maybe I need to watch my behavior. Maybe I need to let this person show me how it is. Maybe I need to put my anxiety on the shelf a little bit, or just feel your anxiety and feel like I don't have to act as a result on my anxiety. Yeah, I want to say something else. Attraction ain't just for the young folks. This is not for my young folks, okay? I hear this the most from folks in their 40s and their 50s, because that's my age group now, So I'm still talking to girlfriends who are single, or, guy friends who are single, and they're still saying the same shit they were saying back in damn junior high school. I don't feel a spark. I don't feel attracted. And what I always tell them is, date them 3 more times. If you don't feel a spark and they are a good match for you on paper, they're gainfully employed, they're respectful, they're kind, always listen to your intuition. If it's telling you, get out of there, get out of there. But learn to decipher your intuition from your fucking bullshit. It's hard to do, y'all. It's hard to do. When you slow it down, you allow yourself time to not use that ancient reptilian amygdala that's like, oh, I've got to hurry up and do this because, my biological clock's ticking and I've got to do, make anyone fit the mold, I can take my time and see if there's true compatibility between us. Do we like the same things? Do we have similar worldviews? Now, some of y'all can deal with people whose politics are different. I know that wasn't something I could do. Point blank. Maybe you can, but that's not something I could do. And that's okay. Think about your non-negotiables. When you're making this list, what is my non-negotiable? And then go back at your look at your non-negotiables and see, are you being realistic? When I hear people in their 40s say they don't want someone with kids, I'm like, everybody got kids. A lot of people have kids. I mean, so you may need to think about if your parameters were for your 20s and 30s, and now that you're single in your 40s, if you need to change those things. Oh, some of y'all ain't gonna like me with this, and I don't care, because I speaks the truth. I'm always gonna speak the truth to y'all. I'm always gonna tell you the truth. Attraction is undermining your ability to find true, lasting love. And it is the easiest thing you can change. You observe what's happening in your body. Okay, if your vagina is dancing too much when you meet someone, I would say give some pause and look and see if this is a person you really want to spend a lot of time with. Okay, and realize that this isn't a race. Your other things you want can happen in different ways than how you expected. It doesn't have to happen from this person. I'm gonna leave y'all with one more thing and then we're gonna get out of here, okay? So you've got to learn to think about, this person isn't what's gonna make me happy. Y'all gonna make you happy. You're gonna keep listening. This is what my clients, my coaching clients, we spend a lot of time talking about this, okay? Nothing is here to make you happy. You get happiness from your thoughts in your brain. You make you happy with what you think and the action you put behind those thoughts, okay? But I want to say this to you. When you meet someone and things do not work out, do not decide your happiness was only attached to that one person. That is bully bullshit. Your happiness is realize that that person, it didn't work out, but that energy you have of wanting to have a companion, and that's okay, y'all, wanting to spend your life with a soulmate or someone who, you can have next to you on the couch when you're binging your favorite Netflix show or whatever it is, making sure that you decide, even though it didn't work out with this person, grieve it, feel how you feel, but realize the energy of you wanting a companion, of you knowing there's someone out here in the world who can be your exact right mate, knowing that still exists, even if this person does not work out. I see it, y'all. This is its own total podcast topic. I know I've said about 15 podcasts that are come out of this one. But we get caught up on it being a specific person and it looking in a specific package and it being a specific way. Can y'all just leave a little room for it to be different? It does not have to be the way you think it's going to be. It does not have to be who you think it's going to be. So y'all, stop letting attraction run the show. Stop letting it mess with you. Stop letting attraction make you its bitch. Stop letting attraction run everything in your life. There are plenty of people who were attracted to folks who ended up divorcing them, ending relationships because compatibility was not present. Now, there were some other things maybe not present too, but compatibility, friendship, being there for each other, that's the stuff that matters. These looks, I know we work hard. Look, I got all my potions and my lotions, but as our looks begin to fade, the things that really matter is that you can be next to a person and they get you and you get them. But the first part of that is you get you. Okay? Cannot wait to talk to y'all next week. Have the best one.
Are you feeling what you just heard? Good, good. Repeat after me. You don't have to figure it out on your own again anymore. I'm here to help. Head over to kimarrington.com and download my free video series dedicated to getting you feeling your best right now. Look around, there's some good stuff waiting on you. Got questions? Well, we're always talking on the socials, so find me on YouTube, Insta, and the book. Don't be shy, y'all. Go listen to another episode or join me here the same time next week. Finally, don't keep good shit to yourself. Share this with a homie that could use some help too. Remember, we're not lying to ourselves anymore. We're not lying to our doctors. And you damn sure don't lie to your life coach.